This podcast is brought to you by our Anime Addicts community. If you want to help out the podcast, be a great fan, support the show, get all the extra content, you can head over to our website, AAAPodcast.com, or Patreon. Everyone loves some Patreon, so head over there. You can get yourself a lot of extra content, including the hentai episodes, and so much more when you head over to our Patreon page. Support the podcast. And now, let's get it started.
Get ready! You're about to listen to the Anime Addicts Anonymous Podcast. Make your anime addiction worse at AAAPodcast.com. And now, here are your anime addicts.
Welcome back to the podcast for episode 826. Mason's headbanging already because he's got the hair for it. He's on the drums. He's banging his head. He's being crazy. And I'm your host, Mitsugi. And wherever you're listening from, thanks for making us a part of your day as we make your anime addiction worse. You can follow us on YouTube, or you can watch us on Twitch at 10 a.m. on Sundays. Ish. A little late today. It's always my fault. And we're joined by Caroline. How are you, Caroline?
I am good. I'm good. The cold weather has returned. But,
I see.
Yeah, that's a big bummer. But it's okay.
And we also have Mason. He can't possibly be cold with that much hair. How are you?
I'm feeling good. Feeling good on a Sunday. Glad to be part of a four-man crew talking about anime, talking about the new season. Ooh, it's so exciting.
He's
so
bricked
glad
up
to be here. This is going to be such a good episode, folks. I'm thrilled.
Also bricked up, we have Andrew. How are you, Andrew?
I'm crashing in like a wave of ice, abrasive and elusive, and here to say things.
How many minutes did it take you before the show today to write that out?
Literally while you started the intro. So
wow, he's so talented. Okay, well.
I'm just
a wordsmith, if you will.
Okay, and reaching over here to my left, I opened the Sonic the Hedgehog drink fridge. Let's see what's in here. Oh. Ice cold monsters. It's so crazy. Wow.
Who would have thought?
Gas.
You see this? Wow, gas. Yes, they had
Is it orange?
No, this is a red one. It is Ultra Strawberry Dreams. So
branching out, I see.
Yes, indeed. On the show today, it is the trivia game of death.
I thought the mic cut out. I was like, that was a very elongated pause.
Like, wait,
it's called suspense, Caroline.
Yeah.
Where
So much suspense that I thought my computer crashed out again.
where your hapless hosts will play against Mason's game of death. That's right. All right, later on in the show, we're going to be doing impressions. Oh, my God. I love doing impressions. I just love it. I do. I love turning on an anime that I've never seen and going, I wonder what this is about. And then you get to do that 20 times. And it's like, oh, this is so much fun. So today we're going to do Dorohedoro Season 2, which admittedly, fine. Dorohedoro is more like the freezer-burned chocolate ice cream that you pull out of the back of your fridge that you forgot was there. And you're like, oh, yeah, I remember this. Like from 7 years ago. Yeah, I remember. Okay. So then we've got... Okay, 6, fine. We got Liar Game, Drops of God, Daemons of the Shadow Realm.
Daemons.
For some reason, when I read that title, all I think of is Dragon of the Darkness Flame from Yu Yu Hakusho. I don't know why. Go for it, Nakamura. The Ramparts of Ice and Observation Records of My Fiancé, which was definitely shortened. So I had the whole thing written in here.
Yeah,
someone shortened it.
The full name.
No one needed all them words.
It's an observation log of my fiance who calls herself a villainess.
Okay.
The misadventures of a no one needs all them letters.
I can't read anyway. So, and one last thing before we start the show today, I just want to thank new Patreon contributor JC Crosby coming in on Patreon. You are badass. I love your name. Just for some reason, it just rolls off the tongue. I don't know why. So, all right. Well, without further ado, let's get the show started.
おー、大ニュースです。It's time for big news of the week.
All right, someone's here to talk shit about Logan Paul. Who's gonna do it?
Oh, me. I'll do it.
I think
All right,
collectively
Logan
is
Paul.
the plan.
I knew it.
Logan Paul. If you don't know who he is an internet personality known for being a bit of a
Bitch. Did you say bitch too?
No, I said douche.
Oh, it would have been funnier if we had
You
both
said
said
that. Did we just become best friends?
Okay.
Yep.
Okay. You know what? I will change it. He could be known for being a little tiny bitch. He's also a WWE wrestler. He apparently has purchased 2 graded weekly Shonen Jump magazines featuring the appearances of Dragon Ball and One Piece, or the first appearances, so like their first magazines. He said that the first chapter of Dragon Ball is graded at 9.2, and the issue featuring the first chapter of One Piece is graded at a 9.0. I'm guessing that's good. I'm just gonna guess.
Out of 10, yes. It's
Yes.
Out of 10.
According to him, he bought the Dragon Ball issue for $550,000. Isn't that not insane to have that
So
much
I'm coming day and
disposable
night.
income to purchase a magazine?
Why do you think
Well,
people
he
hate
just
this guy?
sold-
No, I
there's
mean
a lot
he.
of reasons.
Yeah, he could be
Even
a bit-
and some of them even enumerated on this podcast in the previous, if we all
Yeah.
remember, the Suicide Forest incident
Oh,
of
who
like
doesn't?
10 years ago, which is crazy that it was 10 years ago. Maybe not 10 years ago, but 8
he
years
has a
ago. but
tendency
yeah.
to like make enemies very easily for some reason.
Didn't we have some other streamers go to jail or get committed to going to jail for doing stuff that's not that different recently? I'm not sure. I'm not all up on it, but
I don't know.
Anyway.
But yeah, so that's how much he paid for the Dragon Ball issue. He did not say what he paid for the One Piece issue. And just like another further background on some similar things that he has bought anime related, he has sold shares of his PSA 10 Pikachu Illustrator card. I don't know what that means, but whatever. So he sold shares of this Pokemon card. That sounds really strange, but that's what he did.
yeah, it means like
and
someday he'll sell it for like $1 million, and if you have one,
No, this is okay. Well, this is so this whole manga thing comes off of the back of that latest quote unquote grift, I guess is the best way I can put it, being nicely. Essentially what happens is he bought a really rare Pokemon card and got it graded. It is essentially the rarest Pokemon card according to a bunch of different sources, and it was worth like a couple $1 million when I think he bought it at a couple $1 million, got a Guinness World Record for that or something, whatever. We all know they're kind of like pay to win anyway. What he then did is he basically put it up with one of the assets in this company he essentially founded, quote unquote, allegedly, because it's all kind of fucky wucky. And he was selling shares of it so that when he sold it, that people would get it as an investment thing. Essentially, like his Crypto Zoo or his Dink Doink or any of his other essentially bad investments. These are all investment things he's essentially hawked up on his fans who keep buying it grift after grift after grift. And so essentially what happens is that he sold the card, and because the company that he did the whole shares through was like bankrupt or liquidating, he effectively bought back the shares at a reduced price. And I don't think anyone ever really saw the money from that. So
of course not.
He essentially sold the shares for like a ton of money, bought them back for a fraction of the money, and then went and sold the card for like $16 million essentially to some other
16 million.
Yeah, it's the highest sold Pokemon card as well. Got a Guinness World Record for that.
How
so
rich
he got
is
a
this
Guinness World
motherfucker?
Record for selling it, owning it, buying it. It's just one of those kind of fun things you can do essentially with when you have a ton of disposable income. So that's where he got the money to basically start on his new grift attempt here, trying to get in on the Dragon Ball and One Piece love while One Piece is entering the height of its popularity in the Western world.
He apparently has a net worth of $150 million.
Yeah.
How is he making that money? I don't know. Where is this money coming from?
He's
He's an internet personality.
He's on WWE. He's doing all sorts of stuff. But it's like,
is he like an actual wrestler or?
Yeah, he's
Are
an
any of them
WWE
actual
wrestlers.
Yeah,
Yes,
they're wrestlers. I mean, I think what I'm astonished by, if these numbers are correct, it's like, if you had $150 million, would you really want to spend 12% of all the money you own on this earth on a fucking piece of paper, a Pokemon card? Like, that would be like if I had $100,000 to my name, and I was like, oh, I have $100,000 in my retirement account. You know what I think I'll do? I think I'll go spend $15,000 on a fucking Pokemon card. You'd have to be literally insane to do that. Like, what in the fuck?
Well, you see, this is the thing about people in like large numbers and our concept of large numbers, because I think even though when you break it down to percentages, at the end of the day, $85,000 is orders of magnitude less than like $85 million. Even, you know what I mean? Like if you grasp, I say orders of magnitude. Is it whole? Actually, it is orders of magnitudes less. So at the end of the day, what it comes out as is when you have less money, a percentage of that less money is still a lot. Whereas when you're like ultra wealthy, that same percentage, while almost inconceivably large by our poor standards, they still have tons. Anyway, before I get on my
we get it. Soapbox King. Yes, we know.
We should be taxing rich people more. Yes. Mm-hmm. They have more to give, so they should give more. That's all. Anyway.
Oh gosh. Here we go.
Yeah.
Someone save us. All right. What's the bottom line here?
Just so you know, as I stand up here and you can't see my face.
Oh, here we go.
You should know that as us poors, we deserve more because they work off of the black sweat tears that we do to... Anyway, I'm done with this bit. But no, I'm serious though. Tax more people. Tax rich people more.
I don't have a drop for that. I don't know what to do. I'm frozen. I'm looking on my board. I'm like tax drop, tax.
You have to play all of them at once because he speaks the truth. I mean, the big takeaway from all of this is people shouldn't be upset that someone who has a lot of money can buy these valuable things. Like, I don't think any of us are upset that he got these cool things. Like, it's his money. If he wants to pay for it,
I'm upset.
Good. I don't have a problem. I think the issue is on one side, as Andrew mentioned, like this is just part of a ongoing grift of using his finances to rip money out of the hands of other people. Like he's using his fame, his clout, his personality as a grift to deceive folks into getting more money himself. But the other thing is this lends into kind of what we've seen with Pokemon cards, where people are lining up at stores and like picking all of the cards just to resell them at a crazy influx of price that deprives like kids and people who actually want the cards from getting them. It's not about love or adoration or joy in the medium. It's not about it's all about the money for folks like this. And that's where people are peeved by it, and rightfully so. And that's kind of where I stand.
Look, I was deprived of a rare Pikachu Pokemon card. I'm enraged, okay? My life is just not the same.
Indeed.
Look,
should be
look, I have no life.
You'd be better off if you had a $100 million Pokemon card. Let's be honest. But
listen, I have so little of a life that I literally had a child just to have a slight prayer of gaining something that resembles a life. I mean, come on. I got my 100th platinum trophy yesterday. You know, do you know how pathetic you have to be to have 100 platinum trophies?
I mean, well, we can find out in the Hobby Addicts when we talk about that later.
We will talk about it later.
It depends on what game it is. It depends on what game it is.
You might be
if it's the new Resident Evil, okay, maybe you get a pass.
I already got that one.
Don't
I already
spoil.
got that. Have you played that new Resident Evil game? Because it's kind of good.
It's kind of pretty decent.
It's kind of you know what? It's so.
Banger.
It's 6-7. 6-7. Caroline
If
loves
they
that,
wanted
so
it
I
to be a
said
10 out of 10, they should have called it
Why
Resident
did you
Evil
curse
10.
the show with that? Nick?
All right. Okay. Moving on. All right. So, streaming sites have gone down. Very terrifying. So.
You have funeral music, Mitz?
Oh. I might. It's Chopin. Let me see. Chopin Funeral March. I don't know. Somebody read my notes while I look for this.
So some of the biggest anime streaming sites have gone down. Dozens of streaming sites such as 9anime, SFlix, Watch
All
Series,
right, I don't
and
have
F
it.
Movies, none
I don't have it.
Oh.
have all gone dark
Listen.
in the past week.
Listen.
What's happening?
Listen. You go to the grocery store, a box of cereal is $8.50. Okay? Everyone's sad about it. You go to Netflix and it says, "Sorry, we're going to upgrade your Netflix to $20 a month." And everyone's going, Logan Paul buys a Pokemon card for $400 million, makes everybody feel bad, right? And now you're going to take away our illegal streaming sites? What is wrong with you? Because in a world where a box of cereal is $8, you could at least watch Is It Wrong to Lose Your Virginity to an Android on 9anime for free? I mean, come on, while you're at Hotworks. Not that I would ever do that. So, yeah, so dozens of streaming sites, one of which was 9anime, which I think we've all used. Let's just admit it. Yep, Caroline's nodding. I used it.
Oh,
Yep.
no. I just trying to get
sure,
my hair out of my face. That's
Oh,
all I'm doing.
sure. Okay, sure.
I think I tried to use it once. Maybe we'll see, allegedly, but it didn't work for me, so I just said fuck it.
So
The only illegal streaming site we use here is Crunchyroll.
it's
True.
based. Fuck them. So, yeah, there's really no notice as to why they went down, but I did check. Here, let's check right now. I'm going to do it live. We're going to do it live. We're going to do it live. 9anime. I'm going to click here. I'm watching here. Oh, God. No, it's horrible.
Say it isn't so.
I need a drop. My soundboard is so loaded up with shit again. Yeah, so basically
I mean, I can just go like wah 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 wah.
Not Cloudflare. No.
Yeah, so it's down still, and obviously this is terrible for people who want to watch. So, like, for example, my buddy at work, here's an anecdote, okay? My buddy at work, I've been trying to get him to watch Gura Zeni. Just still have my figure right here. I haven't opened it yet, but I got to go back to work tomorrow, so. Gura Zeni, he's like this baseball guy. He watches 400 baseball games a year on TV, and I'm like, you're a 43-year-old man. Like, Gura Zeni's made for you. Like, what's wrong with you? And he likes anime, but all he likes is Evangelion. So he decided that I was going to have to watch. What the fuck was that show, Andrew, that I was trying to get you to asking you if you knew what it was?
Oh, the
Marrowlink.
The Bottoms thing?
Yeah, the
Yeah,
Kiko
yeah.
Ryohei Marrowlink. This Soul Survivor of the Marrowlink, whatever, blah blah blah. Looks pretty cool, right? Reality is, I ain't gonna be able to watch this shit now because it's probably only on sites like 9anime because Crunchyroll's not gonna carry this shit. So now where the fuck am I gonna watch this? So I don't know what to do now. I'm like, I'm sad about it. But
Do we have to go back to torrenting things again?
I guess so. Yeah. 9anime was one of dozens of streaming sites that were listed in the 2024 business report from Japan's Content Overseas Distribution Association, showing the giant number of takedown requests that were placed on sites. And for 9anime, that number was 11,625 takedown requests in 2024 alone.
It's a bunch of snitches.
That's a crazy fucking number. 11,000? Let's see, 11,500. We'll say by 365. You know what? Christmas exists. 364 days. That's 31 takedown requests a day, and they did approximately 0 of them, according to the articles. They basically just say "fuck you" to all the takedown requests. Look, I don't know if you guys have any predictions. I'll give you mine. My prediction is 9anime will be back within like probably a week.
I mean,
Yeah, they'll just
look at
change
the Pirate Bay, right?
the URL code and redistributes. Like, pirating will never die as long as it continues to give us a better product than some of the legal methods. And another flame will rise to take its place if 9anime in itself doesn't return. So it's not going to take them all down. support anime to the best of your financial abilities and your moral compass, but it's not going away. You'll find a way to watch anime if you really want to. So I'm
Frankly,
not
at this
too
point,
concerned.
it's kind of like part of the anime culture. You can't take it away.
When Mason said another flame will rise, I don't know why, but all I thought of was Dark Souls. I was like, you know what? Mason's probably just played way too much Elden Ring.
Maybe. I thought you were going to say, oh, it reminds me of Dragon of the Darkness Flame.
Dragon of the...
Everything returns to Yu Yu Hakusho as intended.
and the announcer's so intense when he says it.
Oh, of course.
Dragon of the... It's just so great. All right. Well, is it time?
I think so.
I'm scared.
No. Oh, there we go. Welcome back, everyone, to the Trivia Game of Death, or Trivia Death Game of Death, or Death Trivia Death Game Death of Death. This is the second round of it. Round 1, we played on episode 789, where Mitz, Pancake, and Emery
I was terrible.
fell victim to a very difficult gauntlet. If you don't know what this is, you can play along at home, and I encourage you to pause the episode after the questions to give yourself a chance to do so. But the way this works, this is a team trivia game. That means Caroline, Andrew, and Mitsugi are working together as friends and allies to overcome the 6 levels of questions I have prepared for you. So the way it works is I'm going to ask a question. They can work together to answer it. If they succeed, they move on to the next round. If they fail, they still move on to the next round, but one of the members of the team gets eliminated. So then they will be down to 2. Now they can bring someone back by choosing to be asked slightly harder questions on the next round. So it is a game of strategy and knowledge and weebdom that I hope they will succeed in. Do you guys have any questions or thoughts?
Now, I know that we're playing as a team. I'm still going to destroy you guys.
Ooh, it seems like there's some rivalry in the midst.
Decimated.
Well, I mean, if one of us gets eliminated, it's kind of like getting voted off the island, and I refuse to be voted off the island.
Let me put it this way.
You may have wanted to wait to declare that. Now the numbers are on our side.
You guys are very smart folks, so I doubt you'll get any of these questions wrong. But should you do you want me to randomly flip a coin to eliminate one of you? Or do you guys want to vote one of your own?
Just flip a coin. I don't want to delay and be annoying for
okay,
listeners.
Perfect.
All right.
Well, then let us get going with level 1.
And now the true test. Hold fast or expire.
Very haunting. Okay, question number 1. And the way this works is you guys need to name 10 shows with numbers in the title that are increasing in number.
What?
Increasing.
Oh my
Sequels
God.
don't count.
start
So,
on
for
it.
example,
What the fuck kind of
this doesn't count because they're sequels, but say someone said Attack on Titan Season 2, and then someone said Attack on Titan Season 4. You couldn't then say Attack on Titan Season 3. So once you go up to a number, you can't go back down.
Bro, this is like a ridiculously hard question. Like, what the fuck? Okay.
Think of...
Okay, let's start off with what's something with a 1 in it.
Can we start at 0?
You can start at 0.
All right,
re-0.
Re-0. Okay.
Perfect.
Yeah, re-0.
I just tell you,
Sorry, how many shows do you have to name?
You need to name 10.
10? Okay. So re-0. Fuck.
If you say any anime, I will count it though. So
there's so many zeros, by the way.
Well,
Okay,
you can't
so be careful.
You can't redo a number.
No, we have to increase each time.
It's fucking hard.
And we also have to cut out on dead air. Oh.
It's
Yeah,
fine.
no,
the
no
final
worries.
boss. Okay, let me see.
Yeah, and don't just randomly name things. Oh God, I know there's one with 1 in there.
I got one with 3. Go ahead and say the one with 1.
No, I know there's. Oh my God, what is it? Wait, hold on. If I say Gundam 00, does that count as an increase? Because
it is still the same numerical value as 0. That's a nice idea. The judge will not count it though.
How about? Wait a minute. How about One Punch Man? That's got a 1 in it.
Yeah,
Does that count?
that's
You said it.
Yeah.
There's a 1.
So it just has to be in the word. Now, what about 2s?
Yeah.
2s.
We can just do a season 2, right?
No, I'm not counting season type stuff. Or
Well,
like,
then why did you even give that as an example?
can't
Yeah, why
say,
did you
like-
give that as an example?
Well, to show you how the numbers work.
Can we skip a number?
Yeah, you don't have to go.
Yeah, but then we would have to
all the
figure out
way up
something with
to
11. That would, I don't know.
Well, so I have one for 11.
Well, we have one for
okay.
8. We have one for 8.
We do? Okay.
Yeah. But do we have anything for 3, 4, 5?
I have 3.
6. What's 3?
3 times 3 eyes. That's
Oh, okay.
that's got
Yeah.
it. I skipped number 2 though, so that's probably not.
So you can't do something like
No,
solo
that's
camping
fine.
for 2.
Oh fuck.
All right.
Well, I never would have
forgot
thought that
about
anime
that.
is lame anyway. I never would have thought of that.
It is.
You know what's funny?
God damn, that anime.
You know what's
sucked.
funny? And you know what? I'm already saying Raggedy's gonna call us out for this. Why didn't we just say One Piece for
One
one?
Piece.
Don't count that. I'm just saying as a joke. I don't count that as against us.
This is gonna take forever.
2 car.
Oh, no,
I gotta say,
this
I think
is fine.
10 of
We got
these is
this,
too
we got
many.
this.
I just want to say that.
Trust me.
No, we're at
you can
3.
do
We're
it.
at 3, and it's because we're trying
You're
too
at
hard.
3 and you're at 3, so you're doing fine.
Oh my God, what is it?
What if it's like, instead of just the regular number, like quartet? Does that work?
No.
Okay.
Okay, so that's the 4.
What if
Good
it?
idea.
What if
Then
it's
you
in the
can do
Jap?
quartet or the quintessential quintuplets, and I'm not.
Yeah.
I'm not
What if it's in
playing
the?
any of those
Well,
games.
what if it's in the Japanese title but not the English title?
Ooh, I'll allow it.
Okay,
Interesting.
I got 7.
Okay.
So hard, Mason.
This is crazy. I'm trying to think of all the anime I've watched.
Just start like
People
a.
are probably screaming at us right now.
Oh yeah, it's
They can-
it's easy on the other side,
4.
people.
Well, the thing is, you guys are going very slow and methodically, which is a good way of doing it. And tough to do, I will say for the listeners, when you're like on a podcast, being like, "Oh, the clock's ticking."
Okay, so hold on. We have 0, 1, 3. I have an 8 and I have an 11.
Yeah. Okay. Great.
So
I had
that's
an
2.
I had an 11 too. So that's.
Okay.
Sounds like you guys are more than halfway there with all these ideas. So you just
Yeah.
start going. You'll be fine.
Uh,
All right. I got a 7. You want me to skip to 7? Does anybody have a 5?
I feel like there is a 5.
I mean, quintuplets is kind of a 5. I mean, it's kinda,
No, he says that wouldn't count.
fucking bullshit.
Yeah, I've got to make you sweat a bit.
All right. Well, we're not going to be able to do 4 and 5.
Okay,
Wait a minute,
so
what number
do-
are we
do
on
the-
again? When,
You guys are on
we just
3.
finished with
3.
3.
All right.
Yeah.
So
Oh, Sangatsu no Lion.
No, we
Well,
already.
you
did
already
3.
said 3, so it's a 3.
Yeah.
also, Sangatsu is
Yeah.
technically March. It's not really.
But it has San. It's in the title. There's
Technically,
a 3 in it in Japanese. It's 3
Yeah.
dash
Well,
Gatsu.
that's. I guess that's true. Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
All right.
Unfortunately,
All
that's
right, do
how
your
it was.
7. Do your 7.
All right, Rainbow, the anime, has Shichinin in the title, and we both know Shichi's 7. It literally means 7 people when you
Yeah,
translate it.
we'll allow it. I was expecting you got to go with Eureka 7 for that one.
Oh,
But
that would have
Oh,
been
well,
better.
makes sense.
That would have been better.
so
Okay.
ones you
Kaiju
might have missed,
number
there's like
8?
House of 5 Leaves and
Yes,
stuff. but
Kaiju number 8.
Kaiju
Oh,
number
House of
8?
Five Leaves.
Yep,
Mason's
that
like,
works.
here are all the reasons why you guys are stupid.
Oh my
There
god.
you go.
All right.
I can't
You
believe
got
it.
Do we have
5
a
of them, though. You're doing
9?
great.
I
You're
feel like
halfway there.
there's a 9, like
Yeah, I feel like
fucking
there's one too.
what is it? Cloud Captor People anime, Clamp. I feel like there's a 9 Clamp anime. I just can't remember what it's called. Oh no, that might be 999.
I don't know that one.
Galaxy Express 999. Doesn't that have? Does that count?
No.
No.
Ooh.
That's
I'm just asking a question.
Up to 999 now.
No, I'm just asking a question.
You said it.
No.
Wait, that's not fair, though.
Anime title.
But that's not fair. I was intending that to be used as the 9 and not 999.
Nope, you're at 999, but you've got 6 of them.
Oh my
Wow.
god.
All right, I forfeit then.
No, it's okay.
You're not gonna
there's
come
gotta
up
be
with-
1,000. There's 1,000 anime,
Isn't there
right?
like
1,000 eyes.
There you go. You're at 1,000, and you got
Okay,
3 left
that's-
to go.
3 left to go. Okay. Okay. Years. We'll use years. Years. That's how we get the 19s out of the way.
Ooh, I'll allow 1 year one, just out of the nice.
No.
of my heart.
No, it's a number. If the
It's a
year is the
number.
number. The number.
Okay.
God, I feel like. And it did.
You guys know what would have been really good for 9? Cyborg 009. I didn't even think. I was just like, oh my god.
That's pretty good. I was
Thanks,
expecting
Mitz. It's a little
Alien
late for
9.
that.
Literally just asking a question, but
Yeah, there would have been.
fuck you,
yeah, we could've
Inazuma
done
11,
something like
which was like the
that.
obvious number 11.
Yep. 12 Kingdoms, Golden
Mason,
13.
I think Mason's just
Yeah.
scared. He's like, I
Well,
gotta
Mason
jump
already
into
did the
9.
research.
Mason
I got-
told you not to say anything that you did not
I was
mean.
only asking a question. I didn't even say it.
No,
Yes,
it's
you
fine. I'm
did.
just doing this.
You did. You said the whole time.
Mason's just unfair. He's just not very nice.
What do you have over 1,000, folks?
I mean, I have an idea for something, but it's a jump.
So just do it.
Okay.
Just do it. See if we can get there.
Was it like Cyberpunk 2048?
20.
20.
2077.
I mean, it was the game is
2077.
Cyber 2077.
No,
that's
you're
not
thinking
an
of
anime,
Edge
though.
Runners.
That's
Oh
just
no,
a-
but it is Cyberpunk.
That's not.
Yeah,
that's
it's
just,
Cyberpunk.
Cyberpunk.
Cyberpunk's a. That's
Edge
a
Runners,
video.
but it was the subtitle to Cyberpunk 2077. Okay, so we have 2 more to go.
I mean, I don't know if it was. It's not in the title.
Speaking of Cyberpunk, I watched.
Subtitles.
I
Oh,
watched,
if it doesn't count, then okay.
Yeah.
I watched Blade Runner on the flight back to Knoxville 2 days ago. Movie's fucking boring as shit. I'm just gonna say that hot take. Boring. Boring alert. Harrison Ford, not good.
Wow,
Big-
that's
Where
that's
are we
juicy.
at again?
You're at 7.
1,000. And we have
Yeah,
3
you're at
more
7
to
through
go,
1,000.
So,
I got nothing.
God.
I forfeit. Mason was like
something
"Let's
like
come
Record
up
of
with a-
Lotus War.
Let's come up with the question
or-
that has the most possible dead air of any question.
Yeah. Sorry.
No, I mean it's not dead air. We're throwing.
Oh, it
things out
should have
that
been like,
people-
not to be like the complaining little bitch, but like it should have been probably like 5 numbers, not 10.
Yeah, but 5 would have been easy.
5 is too easy.
It's the
10
first
is
damn
good, and there's,
question.
I know.
There's a
we gotta
million
get one of you
options,
guys
and we would have
off to
actually
put you
did
guys on
it.
your
We would be
heels.
done by now if we didn't
All
have
right.
a
All
999.
right, all right. Here's the deal, right? I say we lose, and I'll just fall on the sword because apparently I fucked it up. So we'll just go with that.
Sound good?
All right,
Okay.
fair enough.
It's funny because Blade
We
Runner
almost had it.
Blackout 2022 was right there. And I thought Caroline was going to go with like saving 80,000 gold in another world. That would have been up there.
man.
Could have gone with I'm standing on a million lives, but know what?
Yeah, I knew there was a million one we
it
could
was
do
a
at
good
the
effort,
end,
folks.
but-
Good effort. Mitz,
There
unfortunately,
was all these titles in the back of my mind. I just could not remember the full one. You know.
you guys would have gotten it if not for the technicality, but unfortunately, that's what it's all about. So,
Yeah.
Send this one to journey elsewhere, for we have need of sterner stock.
Mean.
so you guys are down to 2. Now, do you want a slightly harder version of the next question to try to bring Mitz back?
Sure.
I don't know. I think we need to take a step back and regroup.
I mean, I imagine they only ever get harder. So
Not
round
really,
two's
just
prob-
different. Just different.
Okay.
And this next one, Andrew's around for it, so I think you guys have a chance. So,
If it's harder or if it's normal.
no,
Wait,
it's
the
just
same
more up
question,
your alley.
but the parameters change. Is that why?
It's different. It's different. I think you guys can do the harder version.
I mean, why not? Why?
Quit being a bunch of
Okay.
pussies and just
Try.
fucking
Here
do
we
it.
go.
Think about the underdog moment we're about to have.
Question 2. Time to duel. Name 6 anime series where playing or gathering cards takes place over multiple episodes. And they
Okay.
have to be physical cards.
One
Wait,
per
so-
franchise?
Sure, yeah.
Or is it more than one per franchise?
1 per franchise.
Okay,
But
I
there's
just want to make sure.
Yeah.
Okay, so say the
Obviously.
obvious.
Card Captor Sakura.
Yep.
Okay, that wasn't the obvious one. I was going to say
Is it
Yu-Gi-Oh.
Chihaya Furu?
Yu-Gi-Oh! Chihaya Fruit. There you go. You're halfway there.
Okay, and then there's Vanguard.
Yeah, Card Fight Vanguard. That's
Card
a
Fight
4.
Vanguard.
Doesn't Higurashi, don't they play cards a lot in that show? Because they're part of the board game club.
They do.
I don't think that.
In their little like middle school classroom, they're not killing each other.
But that does
And
not,
when you
that's not part
I'm
of
saying
the question.
no. I'm not saying no.
What?
So
No.
does collect when you say collecting cards. So if I said like Digimon Tamers, season 3 of Digimon, where they use cards that they have collected as part of the gimmick for
I
a
would
chunk
count
of the
that.
show. Okay, so Digimon Tamers.
There you go.
So,
There's
two
5.
more?
5.
Oh,
one
we
more.
need one more.
Digimon Tamers
more.
technically isn't physical card battle.
No, they use physical cards actually.
Okay.
It
then
starts
yeah.
off in the real world. That's
Oh,
why.
that's fair. That's fair.
In the
That's right.
in the
So
show,
you're at
it starts
5. You
off
need
in the
one
real world.
more
One more. Oh my
series
god.
where they play cards over multiple episodes.
Nejima. The Pactio cards that they collect when he kisses the girls are technically physical cards that manifest themselves as physical cards.
I'll allow it. There you go. Not only do you exhibit
Impressive.
flying colors, Mitz is back in the game.
Oh yeah, I can fuck it up all over again.
Heck, that's all good. So you guys are back to a group of 3, past the second round. It's like nothing bad
here we
ever
go.
happened.
Here we go. I got to drop for this.
More arrive, foolishly seeking fortune and glory in this domain of the damned.
These are quite the drops.
I'm back. I'm back for more glory.
Someone found some drops they like.
I assume it's all
Darkest
Dungeon
Dungeon.
or whatever.
Yeah, it's all Darkest Dungeon.
Okay, here we go. Recency time. Name 6 shows from 2025 that were original works with no prior source material.
Ooh.
Wait, when you say like no manga, no light
No
novel?
manga and not part of like a legacy series.
I'm not going to
what
be
was
able
that
to.
show that Raggedy hates? The
Oh,
fighting,
fuck
the Watanabe show?
Oh, the Lazarus.
Lazarus.
Yep.
Okay.
There you go.
Everybody hated that.
Uh,
Because Watanabe's washed up.
What was is
And you
the
can.
Apocalypse Hotel original?
It was.
That sounds really
it was
bad.
okay.
Yeah, Caroline.
Uma Musume Cinderella Grey,
That's
Is that-
part of
based
a
off of a
legacy series.
game.
Part of a
but it's not
legacy
a
series
story.
and source material. No source material.
No, boo. Okay,
Boo.
fine. No
And you don't
source
get
material.
penalized
So real
for
life
guessing
counts
something like
as
that.
source material.
Yeah, source material counts as source material.
Okay.
What about movies? Or no, I guess they could be based off of stuff, so I don't know.
Yeah, and
Well,
shows
technically, what was
specifically.
that? That movie with the pink-haired girl that came out. Technically, isn't that original?
I don't know what you're talking about.
It's what's his name?
And it's a movie. I was looking for shows.
Oh, no movies.
But-
No movies. Okay.
No
sure.
movies.
Okay.
I can give it to you if you really can figure out the name of it.
I was gonna say, wait, City of the Animation is based off of a thing.
A manga,
Okay.
yes.
Okay. Ooh, oh, what about? God, all the stuff I watch is based off of stuff.
Bum, 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 bum.
I'm trying to think of shows I've reviewed, and I don't even remember all the shows I've reviewed.
Yeah.
It's tough when you're like, oh, it's only a year ago. Yeah.
What was the show we watched, Mitz? It's the Android show that's not porn. Also, you can also name the porn shows.
Oh yeah.
technically.
Oh yeah. Is it wrong to lose your virginity to an android?
I mean, I don't know if that was based off of Dojin or not. I'd
Let's
have to
find
No,
out.
I'm thinking of the other Android show we watched.
All right, we're gonna look it up.
We'll give you that one if it counts.
What,
What was the other Android show that we watched? Oh my God.
I feel like I just need to like power down in order to go back into my memories of what we talked about last
Why
year.
is this so hard to fucking
Yeah.
find?
Mason, you know how to make some dead air on this podcast.
Yeah, I'm sorry. We'll cut it in post.
Okay, not. I'm literally thinking of. God, what did
Can't
we
fucking
watch
find this.
this year?
This is just time
There
for
it
the
is.
listeners to be screeching at their earbuds.
I mean, I'm just saying things.
It's
just-
based on a manga. Oh my god.
Oh, boo! That's not the
Oh.
anime I was thinking
no,
of.
not
I was
boo,
thinking of something
boobs.
else.
Not boo, boobs. Okay. Yeah.
Sounds like we'll give you guys 30 more seconds for the sake of.
Yikes.
We're fucking
a
gone.
couple of
We're dead.
impressions we have
We
done.
suck.
Watched it last season.
God, we suck again.
Am I allowed to look at the schedule?
Am I allowed to keep looking at these photos of the Android show?
Excuse me, can I cheat, please? That's
I
gonna
want
be
to
a-
look at the
that's gonna be a
schedule
no
so I
from me,
can know what
dog.
we reviewed, because I know we reviewed it and I know it was an original because it had no source. It's like
We'll give you 10 more seconds.
it's basically the marriage android show. Fucking A.
Oh, how about My Happy Wedding?
No, that's based on a light
manga.
novel.
Orb.
All right, I'm
How
calling
about
it
Orb?
here. Andrew, I believe
it's based on a manga.
that's based on a manga. I believe you're thinking of Dusk Beyond the End of the World.
Yes.
Is that the one?
Yeah.
That would have counted, but I'm not
Oh
giving
my
it to you
God,
because time is up.
Dead again.
Womp womp womp. I was looking for items like turkey, food for the soul, Zenshu, stuff like that.
Oh, fucking Zenshu. What is
But,
it? Yeah.
But I was never going to guess those first two.
No, it was
Decimated.
So once again, someone is biting the bullet. Andrew
random.
or Caroline? Do you want me to flip a coin, or do you
Oh,
guys
come on.
wanna...
You got to put me back in there, too. I didn't help at all.
No, but like you were
I
just
didn't get-
eliminated.
So what?
Yeah, so it's fine. Flip a coin. I call heads.
Let's
I'm
see.
clearly the
Okay.
most
We'll
brain
flip
dead
coin.
of the group, so, I mean...
And Andrew, you're dead.
Oh,
Okay, well, that's such life.
Oh no,
Decimated.
Andrew, you're kind of like our MVP here.
yeah, no shit. We're
Well,
definitely
do you want to
screwed.
try to bring him back with a harder version
Oh,
of this next
God.
question?
I'm literally brain dead.
I think.
Oh, my God.
Let's,
do you wanna
let's
try
go
to
for it.
limp along?
We did well the last time.
Let's do it.
go for it.
Okay, here we go. Name 5 manga
Oh, fuck.
with over 200 million copies sold.
200 million? Okay.
So these are like
Okay,
the most
One
popular
Piece?
manga you can imagine, and you don't get any strikes. So if you guess one wrong guess, you lose.
Okay. We'll start off strong with One Piece. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
And
Dragon
Dragon
Ball Z.
Ball.
Yep.
Yeah.
2 for 2.
Naruto.
That's got to be up there.
3 for 3.
I'm going to... Okay.
You need
any-
2 more.
Any other obvious ones, Caroline, that you're thinking of?
And I'll allow you to discuss options. You can say them and I won't say them.
Okay, this is part of the discussion.
Okay.
Mitsuki, how about Bleach? Do you think? Just because it's part of the big 3.
I'm just not sure. I know Golgo 13 has a lot.
Is this in Japan only or worldwide?
Bleach, I just don't know.
This is
I'm not sure, Caroline.
worldwide based on the Wikipedia page that I pulled up.
If I just vaguely describe an anime, a manga, what's that one? It's about like cops. It's like something K, starts with a K. It's like something police dudes, and that's
I
got.
don't know. I feel like if you're struggling to remember the name of it, it's probably not it. Like it has to be some like a household name kind of anime or manga. So how about Attack on Titan?
Yeah, there's no way. Not even Demon Slayer. Demon Slayer might have 200 million at this point. I feel more comfortable with Bleach over Attack on Titan.
Want to go with Bleach then?
I feel 50-50 on it, but sure, why not?
All right, Bleach.
Bleach is not
I knew it.
over 200 million.
Golgo 13 is though, isn't it?
Go 13 is definitely over 200 million.
Ah,
Go
yeah.
13 is like 300 million.
Titan.
The name of the manga Mitz you are thinking of is Kochikame, Tokyo
Yeah.
Beat Cops.
Yeah, and it has more than 200
that's
million.
at like 150
Oh,
million.
okay. Fuck it.
So it's not a bad guess. It's pretty close. Other options would have been Doraemon,
Oh yeah, that makes sense.
Case Closed,
Detective Conan, which I never fucking said yet. Fuckers.
Yeah, actually, that makes sense. There's just so many volumes of it. Yeah.
Oh no.
Demon Slayer did squeak by 200 million.
What about Sailor Moon?
Sailor Moon is not up there.
Attack
Oh,
on
that's
Titan.
surprising.
Attack on Titan is not. Attack on Titan's at 140.
Ay. Man,
So-
that sucks.
Reeling,
I'm sorry, my friends.
Gasping.
One more person
taken over the edge into madness.
needs to bite the bullet. Who do you want it to be?
You gotta roll your dice, like you said you were gonna do.
Okay, we'll flip another coin. Caroline, what do you want to?
Call it in the air.
Take,
Call it in
I'll
the air.
take heads.
We're screwed.
It was heads again. So
Oh, I'm
Caroline,
out?
You
Or
are
I'm-
out.
Oh God.
Sucks.
Mitsugi, it comes down to you.
How
once
many
again.
more questions are there?
2,
Oh my god.
but only one if you get it wrong. But this
What do
one
you-
I think you might have a chance for. Do you want to do the harder version? It's not that much harder.
Man, I'm always the one that has to let the group down. Everyone knows I'm the dumbest.
This is a team
And the
effort,
baldest.
my friend.
You are the baldest.
I'm fucking bald. My baby had more hair than me the minute he was born. He wasn't even out of the hooch yet, and I saw him, and I was like, he's got more hair than me. This can't
All
be
right,
my. This can't
I'm
be my
giving
child.
this to you. Harder version. You got
All
this.
right, I'm fucking
Name
doomed.
7 shows
Oh shit! I don't
with
even know
a
7.
typographical symbol or punctuation mark in their title. You can't repeat any symbols.
So like not a number or a letter.
Yeah.
what you're
So
saying.
question marks, plus signs, commas, stuff like that.
Okay, Skate the Infinity.
Is
It's got an infinity symbol, Mason.
it an 8 or is it an infinity?
It's an infinity.
I'll count it. That's
Come on, I
more.
remember because I thought there's nothing dumber than this anywhere on Earth. Does a hyphen count?
A hyphen counts.
Okay, I'm gonna say K-on has exclamation marks.
Yep.
Yeah. What's that fucking show with the butts? Oh my god! See, I told you, I'm just stupid. Like, what is Andrew's like dying over. I'm gonna say
Unlimited Butt Works, Mitsuki. Unlimited
I know.
Butt Works.
Oh my god! Yeah. I'm gonna say Bo. I think that has at least one hyphen in it.
But you already used your hyphen.
What? I can't use no.
You can't repeat.
I used the exclamation mark on K-on, friend.
Ooh, I thought you used the hyphen.
Why would I use the hyphen? I
No,
have
he
bo
said- well, 'cause you
in
said-
my pocket.
Because you were
I
just
can
talking
use
about
hyphens,
Keijo with
you then
had
said
1,000
K-on.
exclamation marks.
Joe, I hadn't even said that one yet.
It's
You
the
just
one with
gave-
the butts.
You just gave it. Oh, I can't use exclamation marks again. Well, I didn't pay attention to you clear enough.
Well, here you got
Oh, this is fucking crazy.
the hyphen for Bobobo. You got the exclamation for K-on, and you got the infinity for Skate. So you're at 3.
How many more does he need?
He needs 4.
You guys are fucked. There's no way I can get 4 more of these. I can't repeat them. I could probably come up with 7 that
man,
just have an exclamation point, but
Oh God, I have ideas, but I can't.
I gotta
I
have
have
a
an
different.
idea as
Okay,
well.
what other symbols even exist?
Look at your keyboard.
Yeah.
That's a good idea.
I can't stop him from cheating there, folks. So that's fine. That's fine.
Assistance without distinction.
Are you requesting that, or just that's what it is?
I mean, it's to save on the dead air.
Yeah, fair.
I just don't know which shows have, like, for example, the ampersand. I don't know which shows have the ampersand or which ones just write out the word and. So that's a challenge.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like the percent symbol should be possible. The money symbol should be
Yeah.
possible.
Yeah.
The ampersand. It's not good. Nope, not good. Mm-mm.
You still have a question mark.
Question mark.
Yeah,
Money
question
symbol,
mark.
Mitz. There's gotta be a money symbol you can think of. You're the money guy.
I am.
Dollars, man. $. There's gotta be something with $. Or the yen sign you could think of. Come on.
Well, I'm sure there's lots of them that I know, but it's just hard to think of it off the top of my head like that. Yeah. Didn't we just watch a show with like genies that had like an what the fuck was that called? I can't remember the name of that fucking show. It's so terrible. Yeah, you know what I'm talking about, Andrew? It had like the guy who's a genie. It starts with a B. It's got about 8 letters. It's got like 14 exclamation marks or question marks after it. How about
Do not remember this.
I'll tell you which one you're thinking of once
Yeah.
you give up.
I know it's good. I know it's probably got
Once
a question
you
mark.
give up.
Yeah,
Because if it's
thanks a lot.
already
Thanks a lot,
predetermined.
Mason. Yeah. How about dot hack? That has a dot in it.
Thank you.
Yeah, we'll give you a dot for dot hat.
Can I go back into the well again and say dot hack has a slash in it? Dot hack slash roots. That has a slash in it. Dot hack sign, dot hack roots. They both have symbols.
Okay, sure.
Is there
why
any
not?
way that we can assist Mason?
You already got his
I'm
5.
close. I only need 2 more.
I only need 2 more.
Yeah,
how,
I'm
many,
not even.
how many does he need?
You need
how many?
7.
All right, so
7.
I got the
Oh,
dot. I got the infinity symbol. I got the exclamation. I got the hyphen.
You know,
And the
I feel like
slash.
there's an anime
the
that you
slash.
really dislike with a with like some star symbolism.
I'm not liking all this assistance.
Oh, I'm just pondering. I'm not saying
Pondering her
anything.
orb.
Oshinoko, that's got a star in it. I think. Is that what you were getting after, Caroline? Oshinoko. Oshinoko. Come on. Come on, Mason. Don't be so mean to me.
I mean, is that really in the title?
I don't fucking know. I don't even.
It is on Mal.
What? No one uses Mal. I'm looking over at my list here for. No, there's no star in the title of Oshinoko.
What are you doing, Caroline?
The manga right there. I'm looking right at it.
Do apostrophes count?
Yeah, I guess.
I just have a title. No one would ever get the title I'm thinking of, but yeah.
How about
What do you think? Do we want to end it here?
How about Re-Life? Doesn't it have a colon?
Colon. Real life.
Or a semicolon?
Double checking.
Yeah.
No, real life is just and then like all caps life.
My final guess is Basquatch.
Oh,
I think I might have a question mark in it.
Basquatch.
Basquatchy?
I'm looking this one up too. Basquatch
Okay, I will
has
admit-
an exclamation mark, and you
Fucking
already
A.
got that.
I will admit that Oshinoko does not have stars in it, but it does have something else in it that I mistook it for.
It's a good effort, though. It's a good effort. I think we can call it here. I think 5 was a valiant effort.
There can be no hope in
Other
this hell.
typographical symbols could have been the Hunter, the little X in the middle there.
How the
I
fuck?
thought so, but I wasn't sure if you
With
would have counted that.
Kino's Journey, ReZero with the
Tokyo Ghoul, Route
colon,
A.
Steins
think
Gate
it's
with
good
the
for.
semicolon, Macross,
Oh,
do you
fucking
remember
A,
love,
son of
question
a
mark?
bitch.
You were thinking
Is it wrong to
Gucci-guri.
pick up girls in a dungeon? Question mark.
Yep. Blood Plus.
Knights and magic. Knights
But-
possessive magic.
No, getting to question 5, that's pretty good. And I appreciate your guys' effort.
What was question
Apologies
6?
for any dead air. 6, I had a couple different options I would have picked from. But it would have taken too long. And we'll put back pocket in case we ever do round 3 of these.
I feel very unsatisfied by this.
That's how these go, and I'm sorry, but it's just the nature of the beast. One time, one day, someone will be triumphant, and it will be truly a blessing. Thank you, listeners who played along. Hopefully, you did well. It's really tough when you're on air and the pressure is on. So,
I think the move with that last one, honestly, was just to write down all the symbols. Like you're talking about hyphens and maybe even apostrophes. Like, I mean, if I was thinking apostrophes, I could have come up with a bunch of them, but I don't even know if that counted. But I'm like, I never even considered an apostrophe, so that didn't help.
I literally just
Suck
I said
it.
Mitch. You weren't listening. I said, "Does
Suck
apostrophe
it.
count?" And Mason said yes. You weren't listening, Mitch.
I don't
you weren't
listen.
listening.
I don't listen. Okay, all right. I
but
don't
you
have
guys
ears.
all have a special place for participating, and I appreciate it. And hopefully,
At the
it
bottom
was
of the
some
dungeon.
amount of fun. Trivia time.
I had
Andrew,
fun. I just
what-
feel like a loser.
Me too.
That's
I feel great
welcome to my
because
everyday.
I established myself as the trivia ringer of the group, so I feel good. I feel like I won there.
Yeah.
Read the damn question.
I guess one more trivia question. I'm just the trivia man today. In the anime Drops of God, how much money is in the Kanzaki wine collection, and how much is it worth? We'll answer that question and many more, and do impressions when we get back from the news break. So stay tuned.
Hey, Anime Addicts, Mitz is here. He's bringing you your anime news break, so slap my ass and get me going. The light novel Around 40 Kenja no Isekai Seikatsu Niki, the diary of a middle-aged sage's carefree life in another world, is going to be getting an anime adaptation. Of course, as I said, based on a light novel directed by Takayuki Inagaki of Re-Monster and done by studio Yanchester. Yanchester is a new studio, so they haven't really done a whole lot, but this anime is getting some conversation online, so you might want to check it out. Kotobuki began writing this adventure fantasy novel in the, of course, Shosetsuka ni Naro website back in February of 2016. There are 4.1 million copies of its volumes in circulation, so fairly popular. And it's about a 40-year-old farmer named Satoshi who works in the Japanese countryside, who is a hardcore player of Swords and Sorceries, an online VR RPG. So if you're a fan of these VR video game isekai stories, well, look out for this one coming out. There's no release date in this article, but probably sometime soon. Next up, it looks like we're going to be shaping up for a pretty big month for anime on Netflix as they try to, I don't know, justify raising their prices every year to absurd levels. So Jujutsu Kaisen, One Piece, and others are going to be arriving on Netflix, mostly on May 1st. So you're going to be getting those. Shangri-La Frontier will also be added to Netflix on the very same day, although they haven't really said much about how they're going to be releasing that. So, they're also going to be doing the fourth part of One Piece's Whole Cake Island arc, which is a pretty funny name. So if you're a fan, they also have Devil May Cry Season 2 coming out. Yeah, lots of stuff. And it looks like, last but not least, May 17th, Akane Banashi is going to be releasing on Netflix. So if you're a fan of Netflix or any of these anime, you're going to be able to catch them on there. Maybe make a little bit of extra use of your Netflix subscription. Next up, original anime movie The Ribbon Hero is announced for 2026. This is also getting a lot of conversation online from director Yuki Igarashi of Star Wars Visions, done by Studio Outline, which doesn't have a lot of content either, so mostly a new studio. So this is going to be pretty interesting. It was revealed that this movie is based on Osamu Tezuka's Ribbon no Kishi, or Ribbon Knight. So if you are a fan of Osamu Tezuka, the father of manga, it's going to be coming out exclusively on Netflix also in August of 2026, so you're not going to have to wait a particularly long time for that. Next up, some online voting was done on the popular Japan-based survey site Ranking, which recently unveiled the results of its top 20 anime you must watch right now poll for April 2026. And it looks like this included 1,100 men and women ranging from ages 10 to 50, and they basically released the results of this. So the number one anime is still Demon Slayer, being pushed to the top through the popularity of the Infinity Castle movie. So if you're a fan of Demon Slayer, rejoice. Let's see if there's anything that's non-shonen on here. Detective Conan came in number 2, which is pretty shocking. I mean, Jujutsu Kaisen and Kingdom are way down at number 9 and 10. ReZero's down at 5. Freyren's at 4. But Detective Conan just comes in here over the top. So big. And number 3, Apothecary Diaries. So according to Japan Ranking, Demon Slayer, Detective Conan, and the Apothecary Diaries are your top 3 anime right now. Detective Conan probably being the only anime that could possibly rival One Piece. One Piece not on the list, by the way. This was Mitsugi, and this was your anime news break. And now, time to get back to the podcast.
Welcome everyone to the Uma Musume AA Derby. This is the race that everyone's been waiting for, and all eyes are on the clear favorite, hentai episodes, coming in with the hype and the odds to back it up. Challenging today, After Party, Hobby Addicts, Shonen Showdown, and Main Pod, all looking to pull the upset. The crowd is ready, the gates are loaded, and bragging rights are on the line.
And they're off. Hentai Episodes takes the early lead with After Party tracking just behind. Hobby Addicts is sitting comfortably in third. Shonen Showdown begins to move up with Main Pod still last but gaining into the final turn. Hentai Episodes under pressure. Shonen Showdown drawing even. Here comes the listeners on the outside. Listeners search past the field down the stretch and pull clear. It's the listeners. The listeners win decisively.
No surprise here, because with the Anime Addicts Anonymous Podcast, the listeners always win.
Hi there, this is Vic Mignogna, the voice of Edward Elric and Tamaki Suo and lots of fun guys. And I am, yes, I have to admit it, I'm a total anime addict.
Shit makes me want to shake my ass. Can we just listen to this for the rest of the podcast?
Yeah, just have
Honestly,
background on loop.
improvement. All of us are just working in the background.
All right. We had a trivia question. In the anime Drops of God, how much money is the Kanzaki wine collection worth? A ridiculous
This is something for Logan Paul, I think.
12 billion yen or $6. Good job. I know all of you at home got
$75.6 million.
$1 million.
Can you imagine that much money in wine?
No. Mm-mm. It's probably like,
Oh, God.
I don't even know. I don't even like red wine. I'm disappointed by wine every time I have it. So
Yeah, will they ever show white wine on this show? Because I'm a white wine person.
It's
Well-
funny, a little behind the scenes. This trivia question, originally I had taken off the part of it where it says in the anime, because I'm just like, oh, let's make it short, snappy, brevity, and Drops of God. How much is the wine collection worth? And then out of curiosity, I went back and looked up the original manga because it's so old. It originally was 2 billion yen.
Really?
And then with inflation and like how long it's been since it came out, they upped it to 12 million.
Japan doesn't have inflation.
Yeah, I guess not. But
They've never had
I guess
inflation
wine is
ever.
more inflation.
They want to have some inflation, but their economy sucks, so they don't have any inflation.
Well, it's all in wine, so maybe they should do something about it.
That's what happens when your population drops by 1 million people a year. Your economy just doesn't grow usually. Anyway, that's a side note for another time, or not. Here we go.
It's time for an almighty anime mailbag.
You can dance if you want to.
Anime.
You can leave your friends
Anime.
behind.
Anime.
But if they don't dance.
I don't know the words. If you want to leave a mailbag, AAAPodcast.com/mailbag. God damn it. Go fucking leave a mailbag or I'll come get you. But Cade, you're safe. Hey, AAA, I found myself trying to watch more and more obscure shows recently. You know what? I got to go watch a show called Merovinka. So, we already talked about that. Stumbled upon rowdy sumo wrestler Matsutaro. Wow, have you seen that, Mason?
I have not.
Well,
So he's got me beat.
Decimated.
all right, and he's wondering how it slipped through the cracks. What? Okay. Are there any other super obscure shows that you took a liking to? Thanks to all the hosts. Well, that depends. I could say just about anything from the 80s, for example, is probably obscure. I thought that the Bebop High School was pretty good for the whole 1.5 episodes of it that I did watch.
Hey, to be fair, 1.5 episodes is like 5 or 6 episodes. It's half a season of something else.
It was
so.
just fucking long, yeah. I really like Lily Cat. I thought that was cool. One of your true horror shows. Really short. I like Goku Midnight Eye. That's pretty sweet. I'm not sure if Riding Bean is obscure, but it kind of is. Riding Bean was pretty sweet. I don't know. What do you guys think?
Well, I'm probably, of all of us, the one who takes the most surface level anime, so I can't really talk very much about very obscure stuff. But some of the less popular shows that I've enjoyed includes Slow Loop, which came out a few years ago. It's not really obscure, but it's certainly something I feel is a little underrated. It's a very cute girls going fishing slice of life show. And Migi and Dally, which is freaking weird and uncomfortable. But I'm a defender because I thought it was actually kind of wholesome and interesting, and I really liked the ending. So those would probably be... definitely not obscure, but the most I could think of.
Yeah, for myself, there's so many like one-shots and classic OVAs that we could just list and make a whole podcast episode on. So I tried to go by my list based on shows I gave a 7 or higher and are like very low in terms of people actually watching. So the ones that came up are Tree in the Sun. This is a 2000 Madhouse adaptation of a Tezuka work about kind of Tokugawa era samurai and doctors, kind of mirroring Japan's changing of culture and seasons and stuff like that. The story of Hanada, this is like a 2002, also a Madhouse. It's like a snot-nosed version of Natsume's Book of Friends. It has the most surprising opening you will ever hear, and I'm not going to tell you what it is, so you go check it out. But when you hear it, you will have a reaction, I guarantee you. And Gallery Fake, I'd probably put on that list. And obviously, I have to shill for Windy Tales because no one ever talks about that, or Hyoge Mono. But this could be a whole podcast episode, so we don't want to take too long because we got impressions. Andrew, how about you?
Yeah, so OVA from, I think, the 90s called Debutante Detective Score. It's a one-episode OVA that's really stupid, really silly, and dubbed. Other ones that I think are semi-obscure, but these all were released in the West at some point as well, but during the DVD era of some of these studios that don't exist or some of these dubbing studios that don't exist anymore. So I have Die Guard, which is a really fun workplace comedy mecha show that takes a more grounded approach to mech fighting against aliens. We have Go Danner, which is I think Mitch would like it. It's a very booby related
Go Danner
mecha show. Yeah,
it's a mecha show.
GoDaddy
boobs.
Movie? What?
Boobs. I literally play the trailer to people whenever I can.
What's it called?
Go Danner. G-O-D. Yeah, okay. Go Danner. Yeah. G-O-D-D-A-N. No, it's just one D. G-O-D-A-N-N-A-R. There's boobs. There's it's titillating. There's a lot of really cool action sequences, and it's a lot of fun.
Oh, you're right. There are boobs. Look at these boobs. What the heck? Look at this. There's boobs and vagina, apparently.
Well, there's a lot of camel toe too. Yes.
I'm surprised that there's. You're sure there's mechas in this?
Yes, honestly, yes, there is.
Goodness gracious!
It's very early 2000s coded, and
I'm gonna fucking watch
and would have
this.
been an answer to Mason's question if it came out in the last year, technically, because a lot of the original stuff came out surprisingly in the early 2000s. They weren't going off of so much manga back then. So yeah, those are just a couple I would recommend fitting the mecha and other genre. And if you ever just watch the English trailer from, I think it's Gineon, I think may have released it, but watch the trailer for the first DVD. You can find it on YouTube for Godanar, and it'll tell you everything you need to know about the first DVD of the show, which is 5 episodes. So yeah, and it's semi-obscure.
Watch more obscure shows, people. That's how you find those forgotten gems.
Yeah, I agree. Yep. Especially if they have boobies.
And Whistle. I can never stop.
Oh, Whistle.
Saying Whistle.
Bro. Yeah. Yeah. I remember I watched Whistle like sitting on the kitchen floor of my parents' house. That was weird, but those are weird times, but pretty good show. All right. Is it time for impressions?
I think so.
Today, we're going to be doing impressions.
Impression time, believe it.
All right. God help us. All right. Well, we've got 7 impressions to do today. And we got all the time in the world. So basically, we're going to, every season we pass six anime. We do impressions on about 20, which is really we just talk about the beginning of the show and decide if we want to review it or not. Doesn't necessarily mean the show sucks if we don't pick it, although I probably will say it sucks because that's just how I am. And we'll pick 6 shows, and then after we're done with all that, the listeners pick the final 3. So, and they usually pick trash because.
Well, let's not insult the people who will be.
I'm sorry.
The shows for us,
I'm sorry. Who had to watch the monster fucking fake girls love show that was terrible that the listeners picked? I did.
Well, what other better
all
options
3 of
were there
us,
about
3 of us
season?
except Mason did actually.
Mason, where were you?
Safe.
All right.
Hopefully, spring turns out a better selection of shows, so we get the listeners picking some better stuff. But
it has.
All this to say, at the end of this, 3 weeks of impressions. Go to our website AAAPodcast.com. Follow our socials. We'll put the link there. Make sure you vote so we review the shows you want us to review. Easy peasy.
The first show on the list
Lemon
today
squeezy.
is a Caroline special. So if you're wondering how these
A
continually
signature.
It is one of my signatures. Okay.
All right, so it is.
We all have our bread and butter. Observation records of my fiance the misadventures of a self-proclaimed villainess.
Jisho Aryaku Reijo na Konyak
I think that's like an
Sha no
alternative
Kansatsu Kiroku. Huh? No.
I think that's an alternative English title because it's an observation log of my fiance who calls herself a villainess. That's what I see on Mal. But yeah, another villainess show. Just like a quick synopsis, you got the Crown Prince Cecil Glow Afro Star. These names are just so hilarious.
私の自称悪役令嬢な婚約者。 私の自称悪
He comes to meet his fiance. This name's even better. Bertia Evil Noches. Yeah, so she's a self-proclaimed villainess because in a previous life she was playing an Otome game. She has been reborn as that villainess. She's telling him this, and he's like, "Oh, this girl's actually kind of interesting compared to like my boring everyday life." And I'm also a psychopath, so he's like a little sociopath right there. Yeah, so she is trying to become that villainess so everything works out for the prince and he meets the heroine and everything will be hunky-dory for him. And that's the only reason why she's like, you know, trying to get into evil deeds, even though she's a frankly very nice person. Yeah, so it's kind of, but the thing is that he really likes her. So that's the little dilemma with that. All right, I know, it's not great, but here's the thing. I'll probably continue watching this show because for some reason I can never get enough of these types of shows.
So it's a villainous show. We've seen these before. The big twist, though, is that the villainess really isn't the main character of the show. You're following the prince's point of view, who has to deal with this kind of omniscient, bratty, fun, villainous fiancé-to-be who's saying that she's the villainess. And he's like, well, I kind of like her, and she makes my boring, drab life kind of fun, so I guess I'll stick around. So, like, that's the biggest twist on the formula.
Yeah.
Where this person's like, I am just going to sacrifice myself and my family's well-being just because I like the version of you in the game I played. So, like, that is somewhat interesting. But it's just another villainous show.
Yeah.
At the end of the day. And
And
I was
the
hoping
heroine is probably evil or something.
Yeah.
How the fuck do these shows... I've seen so many of these. Caroline?
What?
Is this your doing?
Yes, it's on my list.
Yeah.
I've already said this.
Okay.
Wait, let me just see if not only if it was on your list, but if it was on anyone else's list.
To be fair, this was like one of the further down ones that got picked.
Yeah.
Let's see.
All right.
Yeah, I don't think
Caroline,
anyone else had this on their list
No,
at all.
but it's a
All right,
villainous
it's
show, and
official.
we always know Caroline picks those.
It's official.
Come on.
Caroline, writing your address on this box.
What?
What's in the box?
What are you sending me a bomb?
Glitter bomb. Let's see. Caroline's address. Okay. All right. We got it.
I think the while I like the twist of the prince being the main character, the issue is that like he's just like perfect and good at everything in a way that like makes the challenges not interesting.
He's practically leading this entire country, and yet he's 12 years old, and the prince. Not even
私の自称悪役令嬢な
job around here.
Why the fuck does this website continue to want to have like audio play whenever I click this thing? I can't pass this show. I mean, I watched. Look, God, the little girl. Her face is just. I just want to smash it. Like honestly, it's just so moe bullshit. I mean, like, what am I supposed to do with these? Why is the villainous girl always really bratty? That's what I want to know. What is it, Caroline? Why is she always just this very punchable brat? Like, why is that always?
I don't even think she's that much of a brat, to be honest.
She's really not, actually.
They're so like, oh,
Did
well,
you watch the right villainous show?
yeah, of course I watched the right one. I couldn't. I watched the one that had the longest title of any show that's ever been created. Of course I watched it. I don't know. I can't. I'm just not going to enjoy it. Why would I pass it? I'm not going to. It's not for me. I'm not the audience.
One of the first things I said is it's not very good, but I don't care. I'm still going to watch it. I'm not saying we should pass it. I'm still going to watch it though.
I think it's actually a pretty solid show for the most part. I'm not going to say it's not. You said it wasn't great, which I agree with. It's not great. I think it is good. I think it is fun. I think what I really like in a show like this is the cast of characters, and they all seem very silly, even if they're all playing tropes. They're all like, it's based off of an Otome game. They're all playing tropes, but in a way that is sort of like, the prince is sort of like an audience insert in a weird way, where he's just sort of self-aware about the whole thing that's happening, even though he doesn't understand what's going on. I think in episode 3, his cousin comes into the mix, and she's basically a female version of him. And he's like, you know what? You're basically like me, so I trust my fiance in your hands, and that you'll do all the dirty work I don't feel like doing, kind of thing. And I like his butler, who basically thinks the worst of him, and it makes sense why he can hear his thoughts when you find out later on why he can basically hear his thoughts. I think
so Bertia says like, oh, but there's no magic in this world, so I don't know how this is going to work. And then he says, yeah, there is magic in this world. You literally have your own spirit animal. Yeah. And like, this is all a surprise. You've been living in this world for a dozen years, and you've never discovered that there was magic in this world, and you've also played the game, so you should know everything about this world. Why would it be a secret that there are spirits and magic in this world?
How do they keep ending up in these games? Is what I want to know.
Well, I think what it is there's just a reincarnation epidemic happening in Japan. That's all what it is. Because the main heroine character is also obviously a reincarnation as well, as it's implied. So it seems like it's not taking itself too seriously, which I think is what makes this more enjoyable for me in the long run. I think it takes itself serious enough, but understanding that the whole concept is kind of silly in the first place. And I think a fun show usually will do something like that. Will I pass it? Personally, I would, but
my goodness,
not in a season like this, where I think there's actually a lot of other more interesting shows to discuss. This is like a fun show, but as far as like a discussion point or just overall, like, it's so good we should just watch it regardless if it's like tropey, it's not that. It's just like, in a season like if this was last season, I totally would have passed this. You know?
Yeah.
I agree with Mitz. I don't think we should pass this, but I will say, to most of these Villainous shows, strong points, all of them know that you know the formula and don't waste time with a half an episode of the character being like, this isn't the world I'm used to. This is and like slowly piecing it together. Like, all these Villainous shows, I feel like as of late, the main character instantly locks in to be like, okay, this is the story. It's a Villainous show. I'm reincarnated. Got it. And like, they don't waste the viewer's time, and they get right to the meat of what they're trying to do, which I do like. So, still failing it, but if you like the Villainous shows, this is a worthy addition to the plate.
Destroyed.
All right, next show on the list, Madhouse, Crunchyroll, Liar Game. This is coming out over a decade after the acclaimed manga finished. And you know what? I'm all for the classics still getting adapted. I love more stuff like this.
I don't think I've heard about this one before.
This is like
there's a lot of live action versions of it. The manga was pretty well received. It's when I say it's a more modern classic, obviously, because it came out in like the 2000s. But yeah, no, this is I'm actually surprised it took them this long to actually make the anime, if I'm being honest.
Yeah, this is one of those high-stakes gambling, puzzle, death game type scenarios. If you like stuff like Kaiji, Akagi, Tomodachi Game. And it's one of those shows where the characters can be kind of cartoonishly absurd in their personalities and their way of life, provided that, you know, the mechanics and the scenarios of their puzzling games are engaging. And that's kind of what this show is. We follow our main character now, who is stupidly honest, as many people call her, though if she lies to her father right away, that just makes her stupid, and she's kind of aggravating to watch. But she gets pulled in to this big secret group conglomerate where they host these intense games of subterfuge and lying, hence the name of the show, Liar Game, where she has to intellect her way through these various puzzling things for high stakes of money and her future and all that kind of stuff. So if you like shows like that, this is one of the, I'm not going to say the OG ones because it's just coming out, but the manga helped to foster the genre of it. So what do you guys think of it?
I thought
Go ahead.
I thought the first episode of this was pretty enjoyable. I like the premise of it. I thought that there'd be more characters simultaneously in the show. Like really I only watched the first section. And
the first game, if you will. Yeah.
First game, I guess. And it really is just like a few characters. So I was kind of surprised by that. I thought the first episode was a lot better, was the best part of this first section. It moved pretty quickly. There was a pretty big emotional response from the characters involved. This is, an anime about, basically deceiving each other. And I think the premise was good. But I think that, like, the second episode, for example, was pretty slow. Watching them, like, wait outside that dude's house the whole episode pretty much was just, like, not peak entertainment, ultimately. So, like, it was kind of a tale of two halves, I think. I thought the first half of that first game was pretty good, and the second half kind of sucked. I wonder where they're going to go from here. I see this as a 24-episode show, most likely, which is coming off a little long for me. I don't know if I can handle 12 of these fucking games. I don't know. Hopefully they do more with it, so I'm kind of on the fence about this one.
They do, not to spoil anything, as the games go on, they will get into more like there's 20 people competing at the same time, and those multi-layer stuff where there's more room for subterfuge and ingenuity. But yeah, it is sparse at the beginning. How about you, Andrew?
I will say that it is a weak start. If it wasn't for the pedigree of the source material itself, this would be like an instant fail. I think it wastes too much time. I think it wastes too much time. So this is the most boring the show I think ever is in a lot of ways, at least from what I remember of what I've seen of the live action. At least this is the most boring the show is, and I think having it spread out over like 2.5 episodes. I didn't watch the third episode, but like the conclusion to the arc is in the third episode. It's too long. So you either do like an extended first episode that's like an hour long that you just do the first, I think this is the first chapter or two of the manga. You just get that out of the way. It's like you do the whole first part in one episode, get out of the way, and you move on to what's the more interesting fact. By the 3-episode rule, I don't know. I didn't watch 3 episodes. I mean, like, I would just probably have dropped this anime. But I remember watching the live action. This all happens in like one episode of the live action, and it's a 10-episode show, the live action, right? And they're 1-hour episodes. So it's just sort of like, okay, waiting 3 weeks to get one game out of the way is kind of crazy. It's definitely the kind of show I think is more worth binging at the end because of how they do the cliffhangers more often than not. And I think that's what I would recommend. It's probably wait until most of this is out or all done and then like binge it at the end. But for the most part, I don't even see I can't pass it because the potential is kind of there, but I feel like the show might go too slow and it feels like it should have had more of a production behind it given its pedigree. Personally.
Yeah. As somebody who was very unaware of its background as being something, hype, I would not have expected that. Because as I was watching like the first few episodes, like the production, like it doesn't look especially good, the production wise. I'll never get over that moment where Now is running after she proclaims war against her teacher. And somebody put a GIF of it on our anime channel on Discord, and it's like the weirdest run I have ever seen anybody do. That aside, she can be really frustrating, and I do kind of like what's his face, the guy. I do think he's whatever his name is.
Yeah.
I do kind of like him. But it's really just like a big like facepalm because this whole scam is really stupid and would not hold up in a court of law. Like she really should have just gone to the police in the first place. And then she gives away the money that she wins. And lo and behold, all of this could have been like this future for her where she's now forced into these games could have been rectified if one of them just kept the fucking money instead of giving it to the psychopath teacher. And so it's just like a big.
Well, she's gullible as shit. It
just feels like this whole thing could have been fixed if they just had a brain cell. So it's it's not for me as of now. Maybe it gets better, but
well, so it's one of those things where this is also like 30 years, like a 20-plus-year-old manga. Back then, like there are more sophisticated scams, and this feels like it's more of a quote-unquote period piece than it is a update of the material, which I don't know they could have done to make work, but yeah. Like 20 years ago, people were falling for this kind of shit fairly easily because they've gotten a little bit more sophisticated. So yeah, I can see it, but just putting that out there as well. But yeah, it's just there's a whole other bunch of stuff wrong with it than how people are falling for these games.
The important thing is the games logically work so far, so it succeeds there. If you like that kind of thing, give it a shot. But as Caroline said, if it wasn't for Drops of God, spoilers, this would be one of the worst looking shows of the season. It's very bare bones. It's very stiff, very dry. And
so this was Madhouse?
Yeah.
That's so surprising. What happened, Madhouse?
A Madhouse happened. I mean, they're just so all over the place. This is the same studio that just came out with Frieren season 2. Like, that's the whiplash you're going to get of a budget. But regardless, it's fine. It has good cliffhangers if you want to watch the next episode in a kind of bingeable kind of way. So maybe wait until it's done to give it a shot. But as it stands, I think we got to fail this one. It's just not quite up to snuff in a pretty solid season so far. So I say we fail it.
I was just going to say that I was going to pass it. So, it doesn't matter. I just don't think I'm going to find five or six more shows better than this one. I've seen a bunch of these, and they suck. Mostly.
I feel like we should be able to retroactively pass a show that we failed at the end of if we don't find anything we like better.
That's called being a taker-backer, and no one likes a taker-backer. No one likes a taker-backer,
listeners
Caroline.
Get a fourth choice, Caroline. They get a fourth choice.
Yeah. Look at this. Caroline's already planning. She's already planning her 4D chess. Here she goes.
Oh, it's no 4D chess.
5D?
I'm just being logical.
There's no...
It's 2D checkers.
There's no fifth dimension, okay? That's just outright, okay? That's right out. Get that out of here.
Okay. Right. Next up, Daemons of the Shadow Realm.
Dragon of the Darkness Flame.
I feel like this show is best known for being... by the same mangaka as Full Metal Alchemist. Kind of can see that in the character designs at the very least. So the synopsis is, in an isolated village, two twins are born, separated by day and night. Now 16, the older brother Yuru has become a hunter. His sister Asa has been locked away in a cage to perform a special duty that prohibits her from meeting more than a few people. Then one day, a group of armed men riding in helicopters, referred to as dragons by its citizens because they live in an ancient type of village. They have no knowledge of the outside world. They assault the village in search of Yuru, killing every adult on sight. Yuru attempts to meet up with Asa and flee, but she's now dead. And on top of that, the person who killed her claims to be the real Asa.
I say you should dare.
Yuru is rescued by a man named Dara, who is an outsider who frequents the village. But not before long, they are cornered. And in a last-ditch effort, Dara makes Yuru give a gift to the deity of the village, summoning a pair of demons whose existence is bound to reveal the truth behind these chaotic events. Yeah, so a lot happens in the first couple episodes because, I was really into the environment of this village. I thought, so it's kind of a historical town. I kind of forgot about the synopsis and that there would be some, a plot twist where it's, they're in the modern times, but for some reason they are secluded like this. So I was a little bit disappointed when all the helicopters came. I'm like, darn it. Kind of want to stay in this place. So it's interesting. There's a lot going on. I'm looking forward to seeing the truth behind everything. But as of right now, it's one of those things where there's so many questions that I would personally ask if I was in this situation. And for some reason, he's asking none of those questions.
I think this anime's fucking sick. I watched episode 4 last night. And we're going hardcore shonen with this bitch. I'm telling you. So, I was thrown for a loop. Also, it's like I'm thinking, oh, okay, it's gonna be like a Princess Mononoke era like setting with like fucking horses pulling wagons with straw and all this shit. And then like, yeah, I was like, oh, okay, here come the helicopters. So that was that caught me off guard a little bit. Obviously the characters look just like Full Metal Alchemist for the most part. I mean, I think this anime is pretty sweet. I enjoyed episode 4. I thought was really good, actually. But it is heading in more of like a shonen. Everybody has like a spirit monster that fights for them type of a plot line, or that's the kind of content you're gonna get. But I'm not necessarily against that, and ultimately, like, this is one of my favorite shows I've watched so far, so I'm passing this one.
Yeah, this one gets a pretty resounding meh from me. There's so many good components. Some of the animation, some of the brutality of it, the world building is pretty decent. How they present the hardworking village, and how these dragons have surprisingly symmetrical contrails, and you start to see the signs. Like, it does a lot of fundamentals well. I like how the monsters come in sets of 2 and kind of have a personality to it. That said, on the other side, the art styles feels very dated. The animation and the actual combat is actually pretty bad often. They don't really show impact. They don't show movement. They kind of use weird editing tricks to make it seem more actiony than it is. Yuru as the main character, I don't find that engaging. He loves 2 things, his village and his sister. Both things are wiped from existence, and he's kind of like, oh well.
Yeah, he's kind of adapting to all this very quickly. Like, even when he's in the car, if I've just magically transported myself to a futuristic world where everything's different, and you've never even left your village before, I'd be like out the window, like, oh my god, what is all this stuff? And he's just sitting in there.
And Caroline, this person destroys his village, kills his sister. He gets pissed, starts shooting arrows at her, and then they're like, hey, you know what? I'll let you go. Just don't hurt anyone anymore. Like, we just need to keep things normal. I'll let you leave the village. Just don't, like, there's a lot of shonen elements, and I'm just not a shonen person. So if you do like shonen, I think this is your big, meaty bowl. I'm sure the Raggities of the world are going to love this. But for myself, I was just like, yeah, it felt like a good Saturday morning anime cartoon, and not something I really was. It just wasn't Full Metal Alchemist, for better or worse. So if people pass this, I'm not being surprised in the slightest. I'm sure it will be past this very episode. I'm just saying it's whatever.
Did you pass it or
yeah? He's failing.
I would say fail, but I know you guys are going to enjoy it.
You haven't. I know you haven't gone yet, Andrew. Are you failing this, Caroline?
No, I don't think. I think it's one of the stronger ones that we have.
Andrew,
so
I was gonna pass it just because I think even though it is doing silly visual tricks to mimic, I think it's trying something at least, and it does get by on pedigree of the author itself in a lot of ways. And look, I'm not gonna say that Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood is the paragon of like the best shonen ever, like a lot of people are. Okay, I think it actually is pretty formulaic for the most part compared to the original, but that's a whole other discussion that I'm willing to have with people, where you guys are most likely going to be wrong, so it's fine, but we can still have it. This looks like it's going to do some interesting things. It's visually interesting in the sense that compared to a lot of the other stuff we've watched, this is not the most visually interesting, I think, of the 6 shows we watched today, in the moments that it is trying. But I think overall it's just like a stronger animation quality because it does actually have more movement in it. But yeah, no, the show is definitely one of the stronger things that we've watched. But I think the season offers. I thought this show would be better, so I think some of it is a disappointment that I expected more from the show. But I also know that the show is building towards something more that could be quite interesting. So I'm going to pass it based off of that mostly at the moment. But for me, there are other shows I probably would enjoy more just because I'm a weird little boy like Mason sometimes, just in a different way.
Did we did we just pass this?
I think we passed it.
But Caroline has her thoughts she hasn't done yet.
Oh, I mean, I gave a little bit, but there's one thing that kind of bothers me about it. Because, so this town is ambushed by armed guards, by these magical, like, people with magical powers, killing every adult on site. This town has been decimated. just so they can confirm that Yuru is alive and get him out of the village. That is the only goal they had. But so why did you freaking kill everybody? There was no reason for it. And also, it seems like based on the opening, that Yuru and Asa are going to become aligned at some point. But she murdered so many of his people. That is crazy to me to think that that's going to be the future of this story.
I had the same thought. I was like this. Well, I mean, I don't think I used very polite language when I was last night. This bitch has to get like basically like drawn and quartered, right? I mean, she goes into a village and kills like 100 people, and we're just gonna let that go. Like, she literally is a criminal. She has to be killed.
The question is, how are we gonna justify this as we get shots of like this little girl, kind of like cartoonishly and comedically being awoken by this mystery creature as her dead mother is like literally laying on the ground, headless, right next to her for the entire shot. Like, it's just tonality, a very strange show. Yeah, we'll see what happens. It could get better. It could get worse. And that's what we're going to find out when we review this show.
I don't think I've ever been this excited. You're excited? Feel these nipples.
All right, what's next?
Next up, we have The Drops of God, Studio Satellite on Crunchyroll. This is the second anime of the season. That's an adaptation of a long-completed manga. And it's the second anime adaptation of a season who could not shake out the rigor mortis of the visuals, because this show is unfocused and blurry and lacking. And I don't usually mention the lip flaps, but even those are just downright dreadful. What is the show about, you might ask? Well, it's about these two people who are in a competition of sorts to figure out the names, year, and maker of 13 wines from a famed critics collection. And if they succeed over the other, they will gain said critic's fortune of $12 billion and all the wine that they could ever drink. And the two people competing are the critic's son, who doesn't know anything about wine, and this famed wine critic, who's not the same critic as before. And it's a show about wine where they go around tasting and noting it and doing all the kind of things you would expect in a game about identifying wine. You might learn some wine facts, and that's pretty much all I got out of it. So if you like Bartender with a little bit more competition, this show is for you. Just for the sake of time, though, I'm going to say it's pretty cruddy. And while I like shows that are mostly adult casts, those are always welcome, you'd still need to deliver a better product if you want me to pass your show. So I'm going to fail this off the top and hear what you guys have to say.
I think this is funny because this is simultaneously really good and really awful at the same time. And when I say it's really good, I mean there's like moments where it does things that the show that looks this bad does that I don't expect to be at, like when they take those aesthetic choices to portray the foodgasms of the wine tasting in such like impressionist artistic ways. And I'm like, what? What do you mean?
It's like these pulsating psychedelic fever dreams.
Yeah. Are these wines laced with something?
And I'm just sort of like, I'm like, it's kind of interesting, but like at the end of the day, this whole entire competition based off of like the first arc seems to be essentially a Jigsaw style torture sequence for the main character to relive his pass through as his father's last dying wish to fuck with him. I'm obviously being a little hyperbolic, but it's clearly to have him basically relive memories through wine seems to be the whole process of this anime or the manga originally, from what I can tell. And you know what? I don't hate it, but it's so bad. And like I said, they're so bad. Continue.
So this show is interesting because I like wine, so I was kind of into that. I was drinking wine while I was watching it, so I thought, how appropriate is that? But at the same time, I'm just like, what? So the first episode, he knows nothing about wine. He goes to a place with the very fancy wine place. Then you have a server who's supposed to be a what's it called? A sommelier of wine. She doesn't know how to decant wine.
In training.
I know she's an apprentice, but I feel like that is a very basic thing you learn as a sommelier. And then he, who knows jack shit about wine, goes up and he's like, and he very dramatically pours the wine into the decanter and then serves it. So he knows absolutely nothing, but he knows that. And she's supposed to be his teacher at some point, helping him out with stuff. But she has given no reason for me to believe that she is absolutely anything that could have helped him. So that just really got me. It was so silly. And then all the dramatic sequences and how I highly doubt the best wine connoisseur in the world could possibly pick up on these little tiny clues of each wine so that they can play this game. It's so unrealistic. But at the same time, it is kind of fun. But yeah, it's a big mix for me. And also, this father is absolutely terrible. Like, can you imagine your only son, your only child, and then putting him through the surprise of A, he is deathly ill and he's dead, and B, I have also secretly adopted this stranger, and C, you are going to compete for my will. That is insane.
That's like the worst kind of regulated trust fund. It's like, oh, I'm gonna die, but you have to do all this shit to get the money.
Solve my riddles 13.
Yeah, solve all of my riddles, and I don't know what the fuck. This anime's look. I can be I can be really concise here. This anime's boring as fuck, and no one that's watching anime gives a shit about wine. So we could just probably move on, because if I'm gonna be really reductive and probably a little rude, literally only 45-year-old women drink red wine. So everybody else is drinking beer and mixed drinks. Who the fuck watches Caroline? Do you prefer white wine or red wine or no wine?
I prefer white, but I wouldn't go out on a limb and say nobody cares about it because only 45-year-old women drink red wine.
Well, I think I'm correct. Mason doesn't drink at all. Andrew, do you partake of the red wine?
No, I'm more of a white wine kind of person
Boom.
as well.
Boom.
Yeah.
And I'm on the airplane, paying for, shooters of Buffalo Trace with my flyer miles. So I'm not drinking any wine. So it's a fail. No one gives a fuck. Literally no one cares.
Numbers don't lie. Failed.
Shame.
Just like no one cared about Bartender.
Shame.
Except that was better than this.
Shame.
I think I'd watch more of this than Bartender.
Oh my goodness.
Because there's an actual storyline happening here. Bartender didn't really have one.
Bartender's just an Iyashike, isn't it?
It's more episodic mini stories about stuff. Less about the nuances of wine and the 54 different... We can move on. What's next, Caroline?
All right, next up, The Ramparts of Ice, another one of my bread and butter type shows. Here's the synopsis. Inept at dealing with people, Koyuki Hikawa maintains a wall between herself and others. She spends her time in high school away from others, all alone, at least until she encounters Minato Amamiya, who keeps closing the distance between them for some reason. The aloof Koyuki and the popular Miki and the boundaryless Minato and the easygoing and kind basketball team member Yota. This is the story of the somewhat complicated four and their tantalizing, bumbling youth. And this is from the same creator as You and I Are Polar Opposites. So it's an interesting way to see some of the things that I really like about Polar Opposites put into a show that is a little bit different, a little more, less of a comedy, more of a, I don't know, slice of life drama, I guess. So honestly, I am enjoying the show, partially because of those little moments where it's kind of reminding me of Polar Opposites. I like these characters. I still don't know why she's getting, paired up with this Minato guy when these first few episodes, it's kind of giving her and Yota, and I really like Yota. He's really fun. And yeah, I know that you guys are not really into it. I really like this.
Who says?
Of the shows that we've watched... You don't bury the lead very much, Mitsuki. Out of the shows that we were talking about today, this is probably my personal favorite.
All right. Well, since Caroline said that, you want to know what my thoughts on the show are?
Let me hear them.
I'm sorry. I just like.
I thought that was
didn't come through.
I just watched 2 episodes of this show, and it's not awful, but god damn it, like these shows are so fucking boring. Like I'm sorry. What? I guess Caroline, I understand you like it. I respect it. But it's like, how many of these fucking anime are we going to watch? Like, there are so many of these fucking shows where they just prance around their school and pitter-patter around. Oh, I like you, but I can't say anything. I like you, oh my God. And oh my God, the Ice Queen. And oh my God, the outgoing girl. I've seen 300 of these fucking shows that take place in a school, and all they do is walk around and talk. It's so rote.
I like it more when you didn't play the drop and it was just thoughts empty, head empty.
Am I wrong though? Like what?
Yeah, you are.
And now we're gonna throw marriage talks in. That's probably another fucking rom-com high school show. Probably it's like, oh god, kill it.
No, it has adults in it, I think.
All right, I'm wrong. All right. Well, I already have I know we're gonna split on this, so I already have the create a poll for. It's gonna go to the Discord, so I'm already ready to click the button. So go ahead, Andrew.
I mean, no, because I already know that you guys don't really want to pass it. So
Andrew just said I was wrong.
I think. Well, actually, this is one of my. I think because I had no expectations for this or very little. I think I enjoyed this more than Demons of the Shadow Realm. Because its first 2 episodes, in general, I think set up an interesting premise. This show reminds me a lot of The Fragrant Blossom Blooms Into You, which is another show that I really enjoyed.
That is like a kind of two different anime titles in one, I think.
Oh, sorry, The Fragrant Blossom
Flower Blooms with Dignity.
That was so funny.
Yeah, The Fragrant Flower Blooms with Dignity. Whatever.
I
watched
Bloom Into You is an anime, though.
Yeah,
wasn't that like a rapey girls' love show? If I recall.
Probably.
Yeah.
It reminds me a lot of that kind of show, right? Where it's very kind of sweet, but there's clearly some deep things going on with these characters in a lot of ways. And I like that we're getting a lot of different internal perspectives from the multiple characters, which is kind of nice. I also think it does, I like a lot of some of the animation choices that the show makes. Where it's sort of like visualizing some of the characters' emotions. I like some of those takes that it has, right? Where the girl who puts up actual walls, you can see the ice wall building, how she becomes the Ice Queen. And I wasn't sure at first like where this was going with like the opening sequence, but as the show goes on, it's kind of nice. Or like how the I guess technically the love main character boy, how he essentially he's kind of a sociopath in a lot of ways, whereas he's probably creating a lot more of these fake friendships to help people for his own self-twisted purposes. And I think that's kind of an interesting angle to explore as he's sort of realizing true affections for someone that he's not used to as well.
I think he's like a foil for Koyuki in that both of them put up walls in
different ways,
Yeah, but instead of like her, she pushes away. Rather, he brings people in by pretending to be somebody he's not.
Yeah. So, and which is really evidenced by the breakup scene in episode 2 or so, where he gets broken up with, and he is so nonplussed and unbothered. But overall, I kind of like the show.
Wow.
Yeah.
All right, hold on. I got some money here. Hold on a second.
I use big words, Mitz.
That was a 500 yen word. Here you go. 500 yen. Here you go.
I mean, I didn't say perfunctory.
You're well on your way to a soap land. Here, wait a second. Oh shit. Two 500 yens. So keep going. I got. Come on.
So it's essentially digging into the sociological and psychological id of the main characters has shown that we live in a society that tends to value certain things from a perspective from people who we tend to want validation from, but also tend to not want to seek it out with. And thus, when we look into ourselves, we find ourselves putting up these walls, some would say of ice, causing sort of these moments to sort of almost superficially and fishally
wow.
distance ourselves.
This is just...
Are you trying to earn more yen?
Is it?
No,
are you passing it or not?
I'm just being silly. I would honestly personally pass it. Because
Mason,
I think
we got to hurry up. We're going so long.
Put that poll up there. We need the listeners to decide. It's fine. It's fine. It's a bullied middle school girl who mean mugs everyone in high school as a protective barrier, and it's a whole, I want to be alone, but maybe I actually kind of want friends. I thought the chibi character designs and all that were not good. And just overall, the biggest problem with the show isn't that it's bad. It's that we've seen the show 1,000 times, and the way you compare it to You and I Are Polar Opposites, Skip and Loafer, Fragrant Flower, like, we've seen this before. Does this show do it better than any of those? I'd say no. It's pretty ineffectual and comes across as plain. It's cute, sure, fine, and it's not bad, but it's just, I don't know. We've gone through this rodeo before. We've reviewed the show different ways 1,000 times. So
I'm not voting,
people like it, great.
I'm not voting. Put the poll. No, I did, but I'm not voting in the poll.
Oh, okay. Well, I won't vote either, but I'd say.
Well, we'll see what happens at the end of
Did you vote, Caroline?
I mean, I would pass it, but if we're putting it up to a vote, I will go with whatever the vote is going to be.
I mean, I don't see the point in us voting in a poll that's for the listeners to vote in.
Well, I think the poll's pretty much already resolved since only 7% have failed it so far. So, I guess that means...
Right. Well, let's talk about Doro.
We'll wait to find. Dorohedoro Season 2. If you like Season 1, you're going to love Season 2. If you weren't a fan of Season 1, the same opinions apply. This is Studio Mappa. This is on Netflix. And this is back after 6 long years. Jesus Christ. It's gory, it's gruesome, and it's still just fun and wacky at the same time without trying too hard. It's more Dorohedoro. Overwhelming vibes, janky visuals at times, a knotted plot with 1,000 things going on. I thought I could just jump into this without rewatching Season 1. I could not. There is a lot, and it does not bring you back up to speed. It expects you follow everything, and if you do not want to do that or don't have time, the show is going to be as confusing as ever. But in the end, I love the world building. I love the charm across a ton of characters, and it's just so unexpected in so many ways. It's the opposite in so many senses of the Ramparts of Ice, where I don't know what playbook Dorohedoro is coming from, and it's all audibles. It's all just craziness, left field, and I love being surprised every time I turn the show on. Rule of Cool, it's fun. It's just good. I just love this show. It's not perfect, but I enjoy it for being so breaking of the mold.
I'll be concise. I dislike this anime for the same reason why I dislike Blood Blockade Battlefront. There's just too much ridiculous fucking nonsensical bullshit happening. Like I'm not into these shows where my head is a human heart, or like my head's a dinosaur, or I'm like my rib cage is exposed and it's actually a skeleton rib cage. Oh, it's just too much nonsense. I'm like, this guy's in a chair with a snake head. Like, I just don't care. And like six years pass and they don't even give you like a recap. Like, there's no fucking way I'm rewatching Season 1 of this. I'm busy. Like, it's just not going to happen. Fail.
Well, I actually just watched Season 1. I did not see it when it came out. So we did it for Anime Club. I could not watch more than 3 episodes for Anime Club because I was really busy. So that was a big bummer. But I got a head start on it a little bit. And then I finished Season 1 just a few days ago, right before watching a few episodes for the impressions of Season 2. And honestly, I really like Season 2 better than Season 1 because I feel like the mystery is finally, like, the puzzle pieces are starting to connect for me. And I liked the second half of Dorohedoro Season 1 better than the first half. So I think that's probably,
Season 1 felt like a lot of setting up dominoes.
Yeah.
Season 2, we're finally actually getting action on those instead of more just, oh, now there's zombies, now there's a baseball game, now there's a Blue Knight. There's more of a, we're moving towards resolving a bunch of the question marks from Season 1. And
so I'm into it. I probably will continue with it.
As in, you'd want to pass and review and
I
talk
feel
about
very I feel very spoiled by passing so many in an episode. So I don't know. I mean, what do you guys think?
I think you decide.
I didn't watch it.
I think you decide if you want it and forget about how many we've passed or failed. That's what I think. If you
just
want it,
know
it's a
that
pass.
if we don't pass with Chat Atelier because you guys passed too many things, that's
Good.
on you. That's
Good.
on you.
Well, you will be reminded of how I tried to fail Ramparts of Ice in that case, except Ramparts of Ice is obviously passing. So
I didn't think. I mean, I didn't watch Dorohedoro, so I'm not gonna.
We're gonna review 7 shows like Ramparts of Ice over the next couple years. We're not gonna review anything like Dorohedoro.
Okay, all right, Mason, pass or fail?
Pass.
Caroline, pass or fail?
Pass.
All right, it's a pass. Where's your drop? Okay, I gotta put a drop. Fucking
lizard man, lizard boy, lizard guys for all the joy.
I'm not fucking leaving.
All right, there's your drop. All right, awesome. We got one more, yeah?
Yep.
Yeah.
Go for it, Nakamura. So this is one of my picks, mostly because I thought it looked really good.
And it does.
Yes. It's definitely a kind of trying to emulate the 90s and 80s type of manga, the original designs. And a lot of the music for the ending themes are all 80s and 90s songs. So that's kind of cool. So this is about a boy named Okuto Nakamura, who is a timid and gloomy-looking student who cherishes only 2 things in this world, his pet octopus and his kind-hearted classmate, Aiki Hirose. Ever since the school entrance ceremony, he has admired him from a distance because of his poor social skills. After mustering up all the courage within him, he finally decides to talk to him. His first attempt is pretty catastrophic. According to the synopsis here, he makes a hilarious impression on his crush. At school, the students are expected to cooperate on numerous activities together, meaning Nakamura gets to spend extra time with Hirose. Given these opportunities, can he successfully redeem himself and accomplish his goal of becoming good friends with Hirose? And perhaps more than good friends? I added that part in, because this is a BL show. So he's like constantly fantasizing about this guy. It can be a little weird, because it's kind of, some of these fantasies are a little creepy, to be honest. But I think it's supposed to be that way. Like, it's not supposed to be like an actual romance show. It's more like a parody or like a satire of BL, maybe. There's actually a lot of drama with the mangaka. I think she was shamed off of social media because people were criticizing her about some of the more controversial choices within the story, which kind of sucks, but I don't know.
Social media is the most insufferable fucking thing in the world. God damn. God, everybody will find a way to bitch about every single thing in the world, no matter how benign it is. It's so insane.
Yeah, it's all right. I was hoping it'd be a little better. There are some moments where I kind of like it, but other moments where I'm like, I don't know. It's not. I don't know. It's tough for me to really say. I don't think it's gonna pass, but I don't know if I'm gonna continue it. That's my main thing. Is I don't know what I'm gonna do with it.
I'll be quick. I can't pass this and having already failed Ramparts of Ice. Like, I don't really even care that it's boys' love. Like, I'm just fucking bored of these shows. Like, so I'm failing it. Like, it's fine. Like, it looks fine. But like, I mean, let's be honest. I'm not the audience. This is probably made for like women, if I'm guessing. And like, I just don't think I can sit through 12 episodes of this guy like agonizing over saying hi to this other boy, and like, it's just insufferable. I can't handle it. It's too boring. Fail.
I wanted to like this anime more than I did. From the 90s coded visuals that looked great, the oral elements, from the musical components to the Foley and voice acting, the awesome EDs that are very city coded. Like, if you like Ranma, that modern aesthetic, like, give the show a chance. But at the end of the day, for all the strengths it does have, it's really just unrequited love, humor, being locked in the cranium of this overanalyzing mess of a main character that's just not novel. It's not that enjoyable, and for all its production strengths, it's just not enough to be a good time. So I'm gonna say don't go for it.
Andrew.
Don't go for it.
I enjoyed it. It's a lot of fun. It's like a silly, stupid comedy. I'm not gonna pass it just because I don't think there's anything really interesting we can fully discuss on it. It is essentially, it's nice to see a show that is just like the other comedy shows where it's a boy and a girl, but it's just 2 boys. It's the same tropes, but with two boys, and it's kind of funny and it's kind of silly and cute, and I enjoy it. But I'm not gonna pass it.
All right. Oh, we need to drop, don't we?
How about new?
All right. So we have failed Liar Game. We failed The Villainous Show, Observation Records of My Fiance. We failed Drops of God. We failed Go For It Nakamura. And we have actually, surprisingly, we passed 3 shows. Demons of the Shadow Realm. Ramparts of Ice by the narrowest of margins. Although that one did win the poll. If I take out the people that kind of abstained, it won 75-25, so it's pretty easy. And we also passed Doro Hey Doro, which, boy, am I glad we're not like, boy, am I glad we kind of pick and choose our reviews now, because man, that one would just be pure suffering for me, honestly.
Speak for yourselves.
I had to fight to get through those 2 episodes that I watched. I was like, God, this is so.
I don't choose the reviews. Yeah. I just sort of show up.
Anyway,
so watch the shows you guys have picked.
All right, so next week, not to just talk too much shit. I mean, I'm the only one. I'm the only one on this earth that doesn't like Doro Hey Doro. So we'll move on from that. So the next week we got more impressions. Akane Banashi, which we continue to write incorrectly on the notes and stuff, which I don't know why. It's like who's doing that? It's like the 7th time. It's Akane Banashi, not Akane Bashi. Anyway. I think at least. Agents of the Four Seasons. Nippon Sangoku, which is Mao Rooster, which, oh my God. I'll tell you what, me and Otaku Cop already reviewed Mao on an episode a few weeks ago where we just roasted Rumiko Takahashi. Like, she is just... She and Shinichiro Watanabe are waltzing together down the ballroom floor known as being old and washed up, and should just fucking retire. Fucking retire. They are just bad. Rooster Fighter, which doesn't seem very good. Yowa Sensei, which would be probably the most delightful of ecchi shows. Marriage Toxin. So fucking many of these. What the fuck?
R.I.P. SBR.
And Ichijo Mankitsugurashi. So we got 8 next week. Holy heaven. Okay. Wow. All right. So we'll get through 8 more next week, and I gotta say, Witch Hat Atelier not in that next episode. Andrew, what are you gonna do? I'll tell you right now, Nippon Sangoku.
I mean, if you guys leave me no passes, then I guess the episode's getting canceled.
It doesn't pass.
No impressions.
It's gonna pass.
I'm going to cry very loudly.
I'd say Agents of the Four Seasons, decent shot of passing. Akane Banashi, decent shot of passing, and then the rest will probably fail.
I'll put it this way.
We just got to buy out.
I have a very set schedule for this podcast, and all of my shows, because of all of y'all's schedules, ended up in the last week, okay? And so if there are no impressions left...
He's going to fucking lose it.
I will just say, any of these shows that show up on my review weeks may not get the most favorable things. Be prepared
Vengeance.
For me to have the most contrarian opinion to the group.
Yes.
If you hated it, I will love that show. And it will be ironic.
He's going to come for that ass.
So it's essentially he's saying business is normal.
What? No.
He's going to say you're going to pay what you owe. Sincerely, the Santa Stalker. That's right.
I picked all the shows that the listeners would pick anyway, so. All good.
All right. Well, that's our show for today. Thank you guys for listening from wherever you're listening. We do appreciate you, of course. Everybody who watched live, like and subscribe to the podcast if you like what we do. Give us a review on Apple or Spotify or wherever you listen. You don't have to go to Patreon and give us like 80% of one Starbucks coffee worth of money to help our show, which is, you're going to Starbucks every day. You're probably in line at Starbucks right now, and it's like, oh, I could just not eat this Starbucks for one day and help the show out. But okay, if you don't go to Patreon, you can just go to Spotify or Apple or write a review. We appreciate you. We love you long time. I love Mason, who I haven't seen in 50 moons.
Mitz, I love you too, my friend.
45 fortnights. Andrew, who will probably sneak into my luggage the next time I go to Japan.
Yep.
Caroline.
You know I will.
What can one say about Caroline except
I'm stealing all the passes this season, I guess.
boom, there you go. And we'll see you, and you too, thank you. We'll see you next week. Take care, goodbye.
Bye.
Bye.
You know you're going to want to know what that 100 platinum was.